Dayan Middle School Honor Choir. Amazing. Thank you so much, Mr. Dayan. Okay, I don't know if we have any American Idol fans, but I got the Goosies. Again, thank you, Mr. Dayan, for your leadership, and obviously our students benefited from your conductorship. Okay, so again, we're going to have a bit of a transition, so I'm going to be talking a little bit more. And I thought the first thing I'd like to do is thank you, the audience, our family and our friends, for your generous donation at the door. And really, concerts like this aren't free, as you can imagine. They do, there are costs involved in a variety of ways, and your generous donation at the door has partially funded to offset those costs, so we thank you. We're so grateful. We couldn't do it without you. Now, as we do our transition, let me share a little bit about our high school honor choir, which is a large group, and I'm going to get out of the way a little bit. I can only imagine what our high school teachers are thinking at this time after hearing our middle school students. They're just, rubbing their hands together, licking their chops, going, oh, I can't wait to get these kids at my program. So again, middle school students, amazing. Now, our high school honor choir is made up of the most advanced choral students from each of our high schools. These dedicated and very busy students and teachers have given their time to prepare some beautiful music for us today. And like our middle school students, our high school students have the opportunity of working also with a guest conductor. Mr. John Tabay happens to be our guest conductor for our high school group this year. John Tabay began his career in 1976, although you'd never guess it looking at him, as Minister of Music and Worship at Calvary Church of Placentia, where he directed the music program for 17 years. In 1981, he became the choral director at El Dorado High School in Placentia, California. He has been director of choral studies at Fullerton College in our own Southern California since 1985. During that time, he's conducted the 110-voice concert choir, the chamber singers, the collegiate chorale, the men's chorale, the women's chorale, the vocal jazz ensemble, and the song and jazz troupe Bravo. Mr. Tabay's choirs have performed throughout the United States and Canada. They've performed at ACDA and NCCO conventions, and they've been a guest choir in mainland China, performing with the Beijing University Symphony and the Shanghai University Symphony. In addition, the choirs competed in the International Eisteddfod Choral Competition in Llangollen, Wales, the Sigizi International Choral Competition in Gorizia, Italy, and the Syncres Porcia Spital Choral Competition in Spital, Austria. That's a mouthful. John has been the interim music worship director for the First Evangelical Free Church of Fullerton, Rancho Capistrano Church, and the Crystal Cathedral. He led worship at the Vineyard Christian Fellowship of Anaheim from 1995 to 2008, and is presently one of the worship leaders at Vineyard Community Church of Laguna Niguel. Mr. Tabay has conducted honor choirs throughout California, including the Coastal and Central Regional Honor Choirs for California ACDA. He's in demand throughout the state as a guest conductor, choral adjudicator, choral competition, judge, and clinician. John lives in Southern California with his wife Debbie and their 4 children. Our Our high school students have gained a great deal of knowledge from Mr. Tabay, and we appreciate all of the time he's spent with them, and you're about to reap the benefits. The high school honor choir will start their selections with Sigrun and Leben, Opus 29, number 3 by Robert Schumann, followed by Esto Les Digo by Kinley Lang, and they will close their program by singing Elijah Rock, arranged by Moses Hogan. Accompanying the group will be our own Mr. Keith Hancock on piano. And they keep coming and coming. I think one of the fun things when you see our ensembles pull together for our honor groups is seeing that each of them is wearing their formal attire from their choirs, their respective school choirs. To see that come together in a mosaic is amazing, and they look beautiful. We should applaud that, right? Join me in welcoming Mr. John Tabay and the Capistrano Unified School District High School Honor Choir.
That's amazing. Isn't that amazing? This has been an amazing privilege for me. I have the privilege of conducting many district honor choirs throughout the state of California. And sometimes they're enjoyable and sometimes they're not. Capistrano by far is one of the most enjoyable. Because they have teachers that not only are incredibly skilled and talented, but they're dedicated to hard work and excellence in music and making a difference in kids' lives. Then these students come and they're so prepared and they sing so well. It's more fun than I should be allowed to have. It's really been a wonderful time. I want to tell you just a little bit about what we're singing because we've worked so hard to get the text across. Now, there are probably a few of you sitting here that speak German fluently, but for those of you that don't, Zigeunerleben is a story about gypsy life. Now, gypsies live out in the forest, so there's a lot of mystery and intrigue, sometimes some danger, sometimes things that might not be all in the up and up, but for the most part, it's very adventurous. So you're going to hear it in the beginning. It says, "In the shadow of the forest, among the beech trees, something moves and whispers all at once. Flames are flickering. The flames glow, dancing. Around colorful figures, around leaves and rocks, it's the roaming band of gypsies with flashing eyes and waving hair." And from there on, I think from the music, you'll be able to understand the story of this wild life of gypsies that Robert Schumann has so beautifully put to music.